AllPro. Before we go any further, hit the subscribe button. I want to remind you, hit the subscribe button. This way you get notified on our new videos. And we got a lot of stuff coming on. We're going to be doing a lot of fishing, a lot of videotaping. We're going to be doing a lot of interviewing. We're going to interview the Salty Dog captains. We got some manufacturers lined up that we're going to talk to. So subscribe, stay in tune, and you're going to have a great ride this season with us. We got our red hats in. And if you're going to be at the Raritan Bass Tournament, it's like the Clash of New Jersey versus New York. I think it's called like the Bash for Cash or the Cash for Bash. Yeah, something like that. Over in Jersey and New York. We're going to be donating a bunch of these hats for them. If you can't get over there and fish that and get involved in that, you could go online and buy some of these red hats through us. We also have them in blue, and they'll be up online soon. I also want to remind you before we go further is our stink. The stink is red hot. We sold out on a bunch of colors. I know the variety packs are no longer available because we sold out on several colors, but we still got a lot of the great stuff in because we had so much of it. We sold so much of it. But here is your Sea Robin Red for those who aren't familiar with the stuff. This is your Pearl, your Glow. We've got Watermelon, Blue Water Pearl that everyone in Rhode Island and Nantucket just absolutely loves. Spearing Green, one of my favorites. We got Sun Pepper. I don't know where that is. I don't even have a packet of Sun Pepper, probably because everyone buys the Sun Pepper. We got Sun Pepper. This is what Sun Pepper looks like. It's a chartreuse and a pearl bottom with some pepper flake in it. It's like crazy good. I mean, crazy good. And the bubblegum swirl. I think this might be the only package left of the bubblegum swirl. They're telling me we have like 2 packages left of the bubblegum swirl. Again, they're all being stunk. I wish it was so easy just to stink them and to sell them, but they got to be inventory done and a bunch of stuff, process to go through. But so they'll be available about within 2 weeks, the start of the fluke season. Bubblegum swirl. They also come in real quick, 4-inch teasers. You're going to put them on your drop loop. You're going to put them on your 3/8. You know, bucktails or jigs. You're going to put them on a 3-way. Great stuff. That's the watermelon. We got them in glow. We got them in that bubblegum swirl. We got them in chicken sparkle. We got them in Mardi Gras, pearl. Oh, the list goes on. And here they are in pearl. Let's talk about the Slayer. I've been getting phone calls and emails about the Slayer. You know, why the Slayer? Why is the Slayer different? A bucktail's a bucktail? No, bucktail is not a bucktail. A Slayer is different. And the big boys, the big manufacturer are catching on, and you're going to see it this year because they're doing it as well. Let's talk about the Slayer real quick. First, the Slayer. It's based on a poison tail head. They come in a 3/8, a 1 ounce, and a 3 ounce. We are the only company in America, in the world, that makes a 3 ounce because we created the mold. We own the mold. We pour this. So this is our bucktail, our jig head. It's, again, 3 ounces. The connector's up on the nose. We love the shape of the head. It starts off in kind of a point like an arrowhead and comes back like that. It works great within the water. The quality is unbelievable. We pour these heads, we clean them up really good. That's why when you look at a Slayer, you don't see imperfections. They are like crisp and clean. We then powder coat them. We put the eyes on with epoxy. We seal the eyes. Then we coat them again. And this way, these are pretty solid. It's not going to prevent chips against rocks. Just not going to happen. Lead is soft, stuff like that happens. But it's going to give you the best protection that you can get out there right now. We use silicone skirts. We like silicone skirts. A couple of reasons. One, we get a better presentation in the water, we feel. A better presentation in the water with the silicone skirts. We could also mix up the colors more with the silicone skirts. And they can match our various different baits. Like you'll see, the bubblegum swirl Slayer goes with the bubblegum swirl stink. Very good stuff. We wire our skirts in. They are wired in. We could tie them in. It's cheaper to tie them in, thread them in, glue them. But we know over time, the glue gets weak, the thread stretch, or the thread gets loose, and next thing you know, there goes your bucktail, or there goes your silicone skirt. All of our slayers, every single slayer, even those little 3/8, all have a swing tail. We love the swing tail. Why anyone doesn't fish a swing tail, I don't know. They're just stuck, in their groove, and that's okay. That's what's great about fishing. You catch fish more than one way. We like it for two reasons. One, it's going to give you a lot more action, because with the slayer, there's more than one application you could use. I'm going to go over that in a moment. So it gives you a lot more action. Two, it doesn't give the fish any leverage at all when you're fighting him. If that fish throws its head to the left or the right, the hook goes with it. It can't throw the hook because the hook is going with it. Even when you're bringing the fish up to the boat, that fish can't throw it. When you lose him right at the top because you got in that right angle, and that fish just shakes his head the right way and off the hook it goes. Doesn't happen here. All of our slayers, unless there is some sort of discount bucktail box that we sell, but all of our slayers are sold with a custom grub. This is the watermelon. This is a 3-ounce watermelon. What I didn't mention just a few seconds ago, which I want to bring to your attention now, is the hook. We use an extra long shank hook, so it sets back further in the Big Daddy grub. You don't want the hook shorter on a lot of the stationary bucktails, because you're opening yourself up for short bites. It makes no sense at all. Here's a standard pro style bucktail head, right, with that connector on top, and here's the hook, right? It's a great hook, but it's right there. Now I'm going to put this one right alongside of it. That's starting, grub to grub. Look where this hook is, and look where this one is. I mean, you've got almost a good inch difference, and that's why it's important. We make these to catch fish, just not to look pretty on the shelf. We think of everything. We at least try to. And we have meetings about this stuff and how we can make it better. And you'll see improvements coming along with even the next batch. We're tinkering with them a little bit here and there. I mentioned a little bit before about the connector on the nose. What's nice about these and how versatile they are is that you could use them as a standard bucktail and jig them in a vertical manner. And when you jig them in a vertical manner, they're going to go like this. But what's really special about these, and the reason why we fish them, and the reason why you need to have some of these in your tackle box, it's not the only one. You can have some Spros and a lot of, good manufacturers of bucktails out there, and they work for the most part. But what's special about these become a lure. They become a cast and retrieve lure, and you don't need to fish them on the bottom. You use the 1 ounce and you fish it on the top, you fish it subsurface, you fish it towards the bottom, because when you cast this out, because the connector's on the nose, it's coming in like a lure. It's not coming in like this. If the connector's here and you cast this and you're reeling it in this way. And that's not the presentation you want. You want it to come in with the best type of presentation, a more horizontal presentation, and you want the action. You want that wiggling action. These have, the same size grub on it. That's the action. You see where the action's coming from? The back half of the grub. See the action on this? Where's the action coming from? The entire grub. It's a great bucktail. It's a slayer. They're at AllProTackleBox.com. You get them at AllProTackleBox.com. You can fish these on a drop loop. You can fish them on a 3-way. We use Thunder Miss. Thunder Miss medium. Don't go larger than medium. Medium holds like 55 pounds. Even if you get a 60, 70-pound bass, which how many do you catch of those? But even if you did, these are holding. Your line's going to break before these go. They're super nice. You get them online. I Google them. I buy them online. I think through Thunder Miss. I'm sure they're in retail stores. This is a 3-way. What I want to touch base on about this 3-way is that a lot of times you're out there, you're fishing, more than one tide, and you get that slow down period. There's not much wind. You don't have much of a drift. Well, don't pack it up. What you do is you put a light, 1 ounce slayer on the bottom and on your 3-way, and then on that horizontal one that goes out, just snell a hook, a long shank hook, put your All-American stink on it, set it back, and let it go without the weight. The only weight this now has is the hook. And there's some weight on these too, so you could get it out and stuff like that. That's not going to be an issue. And it's not going to just sink right to the bottom, and they don't float, so they're not going to go way up there. And when you move this, you know, and you're going to see, you're going to get plenty of action, even in like a very calm, slow, lackadaisical drift. You'll still get action, and you could still get on some nice fish that way. I am always around. You could hit me up or email. It's vince@allprochars.com. You can message me on Facebook or on Instagram or however how they do that stuff. It's all good to me. You can go online, give us a call. Our phone number's up there. I'll usually answer the phone. Stay with us. Subscribe. It's my pleasure to bring you this information. Again, any questions, just hit me up. Keep the lines tight. I will see you on the water. Let's get the season going, boys.